I kind of want to. Oh, goodness. Don't fail me.
What are we about to do?
Tailgate and an M3.
Yeah, right? Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're in a thing at the moment. Dylan's driving it. But if you haven't already figured it out, I've bought this, and it's weird because I didn't think that I was going to be buying any sort of BMW whatsoever, but an E46 M3 has always been something that's been on my list of cars that I would just love to try, and the opportunity arose, and it was kind of one of those things where it was like, why would you not? And we took it up to up one of my favorite roads, and Dylan has never driven an M car before whatsoever, so he's getting his first experience of that. And we're gonna head back down the mountain now, and then I'll show you guys some details of the car as we go a little further in the video.
It's well set up too.
So what did we find?
We found an M4, but it's not like a regular M4. It's like well set up.
Alright guys, so I know that there's been probably a little bit of confusion about why we're out in a different car, but basically without any, I guess, further ado or going over anything else or talking around things, this is my new E46 M3. It's honestly, it's a little bit higher mileage. It's got 135,000 miles on it and a mildly worn set of Michelin AS3s, but it's still a lot of fun. It's a blast. We just did a little mini mountain run in it, and I'll show you guys, I'll do another video showing you guys some GoPro footage and some detailed driving footage of the car, but right now I'm going to show you around it and tell you guys what I like about it, tell you guys what I don't like about it, and tell you guys why I bought this car. And the reason why I bought this car is because it's my new daily. I'm actually selling the GTI soon, so. And I know that's a little bit confusing considering the fact that I just put new wheels on the GTI, but I'll explain that in another video. So without any further ado, I'll take you guys around the car. So walking around the car now, you can see it's got, basically they are replica CSL wheels, basically a replica version of the M3 CSL wheel. The previous owner put those on. One of the first things that I know I'm going to need to do is upgrade the brakes, at least swap out the brake fluid for some RBF 600. You can see there's a little bit of wear and stuff on the car, like the M3 badges are kind of like weathered and stuff like that. The car is very dirty, it needs a good clean, but that's something I can take care of. The main thing that I don't like about the car is the seats. I just don't like how big they are. I'm not a big fan of the leather seats in this car, but we are planning on changing those out. I do really like the clutch. It's got a full face ACT clutch, and it's got a couple spots around the car. It's got this little nick in the front bumper, but I did get a really good deal on this car, and I plan on keeping it for a while, so there'll definitely be some updates done to this car over time. Now, due to the fact that it's running the CSL wheels, it's staggered, so I think we're running either a 255 or a 245 up front and a 275 in the back. And we actually are also running a full exhaust. It's got a Borla catback as well as a agency power header. So that combination does really well for making it sound really good, but not necessarily overpowering the car. So, or overpowering, not necessarily overpowering the car, that's the wrong word, but overpowering the sound. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys under the hood real quick because it's actually super clean under the hood, and we're gonna continue on from there. That's the trunk. That's the hood.
Grant commented, because his dad has the M4.
Oh yeah.
He goes, what now?
And there it is. It's funny because, Dylan, the engine bay is so clean, especially compared to the rest of the car. I mean, look at this. Wow. Look at, the box for the throttle bodies. I mean, by the way, that's why it sounds so good.
Really?
That's why it sounds so good. There's just so, I mean, I don't know if you guys can kind of see the fact that there's an aftermarket header down there. Kind of. Not really, but kind of.
Put together.
And everything is just so nicely packaged.
My Miata has
the interior is terrible. Like, no joke, the interior is terrible.
My Jeep's interior is more appealing than this.
But you can't argue it's
fast.
It's fast.
I'm gonna give it that.
It's quick. Good. It sounds good. It's quick.
I have not seen under the hood.
Oh boy.
Is it rough or is it just plastic?
No, it's actually gorgeous.
Okay.
It's clean, it's gorgeous. We'll do it when we get back to your house.
Alright, that's no fun.
But
I'm bored.
We'll do it when we get back to your house. But right now, because right now we're waiting for somebody and we're gonna shove him in the back.
No.
So yes.
How tall I am. Don't
yeah, well, too bad.
Evie.
But yeah, we're just cleaning some cars up right now. That one is just, all we did really was spray it down because we only have a little bit of time. I've cleaned the wheels on this side and they came out really, really good. And dude, so, oh my God, you are cleaning your license plate.
It's dirty. I just burned so much oil.
Yeah?
Cowie Mountain.
Yeah? I burn door locks, apparently.
And sunroof.
Yeah, so first broken thing on the car, apparently this door lock doesn't work, but we're gonna fix that, and then we're gonna figure out anything else that's mildly or moderately broken, and then fix those things too. But all in all, I'm super happy with this car. I think eventually Jeep guy will come around to the idea of BMWs.
So,
but
let me just tell you what I told him he should buy, so I can go ahead and upset the comment section.
Oh God.
Many of you may not know this, but I'm importing a Honda Beat right now out of Japan.
Well, there's a reveal for you.
I told him he needs to buy an NSX from Japan, but he said no.
I said M3 because, well, for multiple reasons. One, I've always wanted to try one out, and secondly, like, why would you why would you not, you know? It's like, why would you almost not, like, take that opportunity? You've ridden in it now. You feel why I love it.
But NSX.
Oh my God, that's faster. It's faster. He's shaking his head as he's like spraying the soap off his car. In conclusion, we're just gonna finish washing the car, and Jeep guy kind of cleaned his Miata, kind of, sort of. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, especially for like how faded the paint is.
So my clear coat's finally, so for those
Do you want me to show them the front?
Yeah, so,
It used to be blue, as you can see. It used to be a Smurf, right?
yeah, it was a Smurf.
Yeah, well.
And it started, this was because somebody backed into me.
Uh-huh.
Somebody, this just happened over time. It started down here.
Yeah.
And that's just because the previous owner didn't sand down the paint properly. And so I'm gonna go ahead and kiss goodbye to it because my clear coat's already peeling off.
Oh, no. So we're just finishing up cleaning the cars now. The M3 came out pretty clean. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm not a, like, pro detailer. I just know how to, like, mildly wash something.
The Miata looks the same.
The Miata, it's just, the Miata has water spots, not because, like, we didn't buff it, but because the what is it, the paint is just so dead.
It's old.
Yeah.
So the story behind the paint job, the previous owner, and don't get me wrong, it's not a bad paint job. Previous owner did this in his backyard with a spray gun.
Jeez.
So I give him props.
I was gonna say, props for it turning out as it did.
But he didn't sand any of the bodywork.
Right.
So.
Right.
That's why it looks like shit.
And then the M3 came out pretty well. I mean, we did a wash and like we spray waxed it and stuff like that. So it was kind of like a quick job, but we cleaned all the glass and it came out pretty well. The exhaust tips are gonna need some work. I mean, I kind of wiped them down a little bit so they're kind of chrome now, but the inside of them, as you can see, is gonna need some work. We're gonna really need to kind of go to town on them. But other than that, I mean, I'm really happy with how it looks right now. I mean, the wheels need to be deep cleaned and a couple of other things, but yeah, like I said, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out as of right now. So we're gonna probably do a little bit more cleanup here, and then we're gonna clean up everything. So development, Jeep guy has a coolant leak. Yeah. Do you know where?
No.
No?
But it's not enough to worry me because I've been driving it for like the past 3 weeks with a coolant leak, and I'm like that low on coolant,
So, I mean, I'm not sure where it would be going. I mean, we'll have to we'll figure it out, I'm sure, but like, where could it be coming from? Is it coming from like,
I don't know.
Is it coming from like the back?
Yeah, I think it's coming through heater core because that's one of the lines that blew off recently.
Is your floor wet?
No, it's not the heater core itself. It's one of the lines.
Oh, okay. Because I would like be curious to know if like, you know, if it was that, if your floor was getting all wet, but.
Yeah, no. This is also my new dilemma.
Your what?
This is the newest problem.
Show the people.
So I don't know if anybody's ever seen my dash.
Oh yeah. Digital dash in a Miata.
My RPM gauge doesn't work.
Oh dear. That's not good. Does your speedometer work?
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Everything else works.
Except for
RPMs.
That's so weird.
And obviously I'm getting signal because the vehicle is running.
Right. The wire is, there's probably something gone wrong with the wire or the signal itself from the sensor.
That's what I'm thinking.
Huh?
That's what I'm thinking with it.
Yeah, probably like a sensor that's kind of freaked out.
Also, I'm back to having an exhaust leak run underneath me where the cat used to be.
Oh, again?
Yes, again. We don't have a gasket for it, so we just kind of have to fill it with RTD sealer.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna end up
get it welded shut.
I'm gonna end up having Daniel weld it shut.
I was gonna say, get it welded shut. No touchy. I don't know. You'd have to like figure that out, but oh god, I want to drive the M again. I'm so like over the moon to have this car. I just love it. And even though you're Mr. Miata, you drove it earlier.
It would be a good daily, but.
Oh.
A good drag car. There you go.
Oh shit! Oh my! No! No!
Ultimate insult right there. Gotta get my food out of
There's other uses for that car than going in a straight line. Obviously, it's actually a really, really good handling car. I mean, but you guys know that it's an M3. Your car is just a mess. Well, not anymore. You just pulled everything out of it.
I got dentist stuff and sponsors.
Jeez.